Hi guys. They say it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at any given task. Um, I would say I'm an expert in my daily profession, but as a hobbyist, the most I want to be is proficient in any one of my projects. One of my newest hobbies is leathercraft, and stitching the leather is one of the more important tools that you can have in your repertoire. I need to do a little bit more stitching. That is saddle stitching. It's where you have two needles, one thread. I'm going to show that to you in this video. What I thought is I need some practice in the saddle stitching. And I think I've found a little project which will help me get better at saddle stitching, as well as finding a solution for a necessity that I have. So let me show you. What I have here is my chisel drawer. I don't know if you can see it properly. Chisels are extremely sharp. I just sharpened them recently. Will slice your fingers off, given the chance. The drawer is fairly low to the ground. I've got a young daughter whose safety is paramount to me. So what I want to do is make these little... I have just one prototype here. I've just got a piece of leather. I used cement, contact cement, to glue it together. And I'm making little socks for the chisels. I mean, you know, these chisels are super sharp. They'll go right through the leather, but if we can keep it like that, have a little sock on the chisel and keep that in the drawer, it'll be safer. So what we'll do is we're going to go through and make a sock for each one of these chisels. We'll saddle stitch each one of these socks. I'm calling them socks, they're covers. And we'll see where it takes us, see how good we get. That's next on The Phil Hobbyist.
I wanted this video to be about the actual saddle stitching and not the making of the socks. So we're going to fast forward through this socks creation section. I'm just cutting out the leather. I'm going to add some contact cement, glue them up together. I'll add some creasing around the edges. That's basically a line that will show where we're going to put the stitch marks. And then I'll use a spacing punch tool, or perhaps call it a pricking iron, which is basically making holes where the threaded needles will be passed. My pricking iron is spaced at 8 stitches per inch. I think it's a bit small. I may get another one which is 6 stitches per inch. Okay, let's get down to the point of the video now. So once you've done your stitch marking, you want to cut yourself a length of thread, which is approximately 5 times the length of the item that you're stitching together, in this case, the little sock. I'm using waxed thread. If you don't have a waxed thread, you can get some normal thread. It needs to be a little bit thicker, possibly linen thread. And what you want to do is run it through some beeswax a few times, and then you can just run your fingers through it and work that beeswax into your thread. So we want to thread our needle, and then we want to basically lock the thread into the needle just so it doesn't loosen. So first of all, you want to put just about an inch or two of the thread through the eye of the needle, and then we're going to actually put the needle through the thread itself so we can lock it. We're going to do this 2 to 3 times. I like it 3 times. Even at 3 times, sometimes I find it loosening. This should lock the needle and thread. Once that's done, we're going to thread the second needle with the same length of thread that we have but the other side. So we're going to have a length of thread with 2 needles on either end, and we're going to lock that in place. The first thing we want to do is what's called a back stitch. So with the back stitch, we're going to start on the second hole. And what we want to do is all through the hole from the right side. And then follow through from the left side with the needle in your left hand. Once that needle goes through, then you make a little cross with the needle in your right hand underneath. You turn that counterclockwise 90 degrees, and with your right hand needle, you put it through that same hole. Once it goes through the hole, what you want to do is take the thread and kind of pull it over the needle as it comes through, and then pull it tight, and voila, we have a saddle stitch. You continue with the same process till the end. Once you reach the end, you do one more back stitch. Cut the thread. Take your Spider-Man lighter, give it a little burn on each side, and you're done. Now, you feel clumsy when you're doing it at first, and it takes a lot of practice to get good. And that's one of the reasons of this video. I need to practice, I feel clumsy, and I need to get better at saddle stitch. So let's just go through it one more time. We use the awl to poke a hole or to widen the hole from the right side. Follow through with the left with the needle. Make a cross with our right hand needle. Put that through the same hole. And as it comes out, pull the thread over the needle. And this way you're making the same stitch on both sides. And you want it slanted. However, this leather is a little bit too thin. With a thicker leather, you'll see a nice little slant on the stitching. So there you have it. 1 down, 10 to go. Hope you guys have learned how to do the saddle stitch. It takes practice. I'm going to do some more practicing with the other 10. Until next time, please like and subscribe. Take care, be well. We'll see you guys soon.